Well, good evening. This is Wayne Albright, and I am going to play another game of OOTP 26 this evening and continue my 2025 Major League Baseball playoffs. We are at Game 5 of the Toronto Blue Jays at the Cleveland Guardians in the AL, or American League Championship Series, ALCS. And you can see the playoff tree on here. I'm back to playing it after playing 2 games from the log and putting them in pocket pennant run. So we will get back to the action in OOTP. So it's 2-2 for Toronto and Cleveland. This is an important Game 5. In the National League, San Diego is up 3-2. They will not be playing on this game day, which is October 19th. They will play on the 20th, which is the next day. And that will be Game 6 in San Diego. So for this game, it will be the Guardians hosting the Blue Jays, trying to get advantage here before going back to Toronto for Game 6, which is guaranteed since the series is tied at 2. So let's go to the starting lineups for each team. Once again, I will say that I control the defensive strategies and substitutions, and that was partly, or at least sort of, relevant, I think, looking at the ones that were simmed accidentally, and I played them in pocket pennant run. I would have made some changes in the pitching staff in both games that I did. So that's why I do the substitutions for both pitchers and batting. I think the game is a little slow, or doesn't do some things that probably a normal manager would try to do. So I like doing it this way. Where I control both of those, and the computer manager controls the rest. And base running can be a little funky in this game too, but I'm not going that far at this time. So here we go. It's a night game from Progressive Field with about 44,000 people. It's 44 degrees here in mid-October. A little chilly, and the wind blowing out to left field at 10 miles an hour. And the starting lineup for the Toronto Blue Jays: leading off, George Springer, the DH, batting first. Bo Bichette, batting second, playing shortstop. Batting third, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., plays first base. Alejandro Kirk is the catcher and bats fourth. Anthony Santander is the right fielder and bats fifth. Dalton Varsho will play center field and bat sixth. Miles Straw will play left field and bat seventh. Ernie Clement will play third base and bat eighth. And Andres Jimenez will play second base and bat ninth. I don't know if I need to make any significant changes on the cheat sheets that I have, but while I'm talking here, I'll try to make them. And Kevin Gausman will be the starting pitcher, as he was, I think, in Game 1 of this series. And he is a right-hander, and he will pitch for the Toronto Blue Jays. Let's see. Noel's not playing first. Manzardo's playing first base. All right, Manzardo. And Naylor is catching. And he's pitching. All right. Straw, Clement, and Kirk. And the starter is Gausman. So bear with me as I change it. Okay, so I made the changes, and now my chart that I look at is right. I also have a score sheet here. All right, so for the Cleveland Guardians, the batting as the home team, leading off will be Stephen Kwan in left field. Batting second, Petey Halpern, and he'll play center field. Batting third, Jose Ramirez, and he will play third base. Batting fourth, Kyle Manzardo, the first baseman. Batting fifth, Jonathan Rodriguez, the DH. Batting sixth, Brian Rocchio, the second baseman. Batting seventh, Daniel Schneemann, playing right field. The catcher, Bo Naylor, bats eighth, and Gabriel Arias plays shortstop and bats ninth. The starting pitcher is Tanner Bibby, or Bibby, I guess I'll call him. And he is a right-hander, and I believe he started Game 1 also. So we have a pitching matchup that was the same as Game 1, and I believe the Toronto Blue Jays took that Game 1. I believe. So I can look back, but I don't know how far I have to go back to see. I should have checked on that before I started. That's that one. 3-2. All right, this is this one. And it looks like Toronto did win the game 5-2. Okay, so we will go out to the field now that I've taken time here. So let's get this started here. I'm anxious to see how Game 5 goes, and let's head out to the ballpark. You can see the defensive alignment here in Progressive Field for the Cleveland Guardians. Kwan in left, Halperin in center, Schneemann in right, Ramirez at third, Gabriel Reyes at short, Rocchio at second, Manzardo at first. Bo Naylor gets the job at catcher tonight. And Tanner Bibby is the starting pitcher and right-hander. And leading off this game will be George Springer, the right-handed batting right fielder. So here we go. We'll get some pitches ready, and then we'll fly in, and then we will start this game. Guardians are in red tops, white pants, and Toronto in their away, it looks like light blue. So a full count, and he struck him out on a changeup, and that's the first out of the inning. So Cleveland looks to get off to a good start here and try to win Game 5 before having to go to Toronto. So it'll be Bo Bichette to bat. He is batting .316 in the playoffs with 2 home runs and 7 RBIs. One of the better hitters for the Blue Jays. And another full count pitch. So a lot of pitches so far with 2 batters. And he walked him. It's low on the outside. He missed with a fastball. So the first base runner of the game goes to the Toronto Blue Jays. And Bichette will go to first base. And here comes Guerrero. 3 home runs, 4 RBIs, batting .250 in the playoffs. And a 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 on the inside corner on the fastball. And that's the second out of this top of the first. So 2 strikeouts now for Tanner. And Kirk will bat. He's batting .333 with a home run and 3 RBIs in the playoffs. Bichette at first. He might steal. He has a stolen base so far in the playoffs. An 0-2 pitch. And that's flied out to center. And Halperin will stand there and catch it. So that's the third out. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the first. And Toronto didn't score. So first time up for the Cleveland Guardians, and they will face Kevin Gausman, the right-hander. He's 0-1 in the playoffs. 14 innings, 3.21 ERA. And here's Kwan to lead off, the left-handed batting left fielder. And the first pitch from Gausman. And that's out to left field, and that will be caught by Straw, and that's the first out. And Halperin will step up. 2 for 4, home run and an RBI in Game 4. And he'll bat against Gausman here. And the first pitch to Halperin. That's lined out into left center field. Over to get it is Straw, and that's the second out. So Straw's been busy out there in left field so far. And here's Ramirez, batting .256, a home run and 5 RBIs. He also has 2 stolen bases in the playoffs. And a full count to the left-handed batter. And that's well hit to right field. That's down into the right field, and it will clear the fence. And Ramirez puts the Cleveland Guardians up 1-0 as he hits a rather sharp home run to right field, 353 feet. And Cleveland draws the first run of the game with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. So the second home run of the playoffs for Ramirez puts him ahead 1-0, and Kyle Manzardo, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs, .293 hitter. He's been relatively hot in this series, has really raised his average through this series. So we'll see what he can do now. The outfield and infield are normal, and a 1-strike pitch to Manzardo. And that's well hit to left field. Back on it is Straw, and that will clear the fence also. So Manzardo back-to-back home runs, solo home runs. And the Guardians have come out whacking the ball here. 2 home runs, 374 feet over the tall left field fence here at Progressive Field in Cleveland. And that's the 3rd home run for Manzardo. I told you he's been hot, relatively speaking, in this series. Didn't really do that much in the first 2, but this series he's raising his average quite a bit. He's up over 310 now. So Rodriguez will bat. 333 in the playoffs, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. I believe he hit a home run in Game 4, if I'm not mistaken. And he did. He hit a 2-run home run, which wasn't enough to give the Cleveland or contribute to a victory, but he had a 2-run home run. So here's Gausman with 2 outs and a full count. And he looked at us, strike 3. Strike 3 on a fastball, and that will be the 3rd out, but a productive bottom of the 1st for the Guardians as they take the lead 2-0. So Tanner has a 2-0 lead now, going to the mound, and Santander, Varsho, and Straw will face him here in the top of the 2nd. Santander, 1 home run, 2 RBIs, and a 185 average. He walked 4 times in Game 4. But Bibby's ERA's down to .92 in the playoffs. He's 1-0. And a first strike to Santander. And that's well hit down the left field line. Curving. Foul. So that's a long foul ball down the left field line. Now it's a 2-strike pitch to Santander. See if he gets it elevated. Nope, he does not. He strikes out. So a strikeout, 3rd strikeout for Bibby, and that's the 1st out. Varsho will bat. 207 batting average, 1 home run, 6 RBIs. Here in the top of the 2nd. And a 1-2 pitch to Varsho. And he struck him out. Blew a fastball in the inside corner. And that's 4 now for Bibby. 2 outs. Miles Straw. He is batting .370 with 6 RBIs in the playoffs. And here we go. 1-2 pitch. Will he strike out the side? No, he grounds the ball weakly to 3rd. Ramirez up with it and throws to 1st. And that will be the 3rd out. So 1-2-3, and the Guardians lead 2-0, heading to the bottom of the 2nd. So Gausman hoping for a better bottom of the 2nd than the bottom of the 1st, which he gave up 2 solo home runs back-to-back. Rocchio bats .361, no home runs, 4 RBIs in the playoffs. Gausman's ERA is up to .420 now, and a 1-strike pitch. That's lined to left, and coming in to get it pretty quickly is Straw, and that's the 1st out. So a good play by Straw there in left field. And here's Schneemann batting .226, no home runs, no RBIs. And a 1-2 pitch from Gausman. And he struck him out. That was a slider, so there's 2 outs. It is nice to be back with OOTP. You can see the action a lot better. Even though that program, Pocket Pennant Run, is a very good program. This is more visual and more broadcast friendly, I think. So, Bo Naylor will bat. .222, no home runs, no RBIs. And I'm going to take a drink because I'm getting hoarse already. So we'll see what Gausman has in store. A 1-2 pitch. That's grounded to 2nd. Picking it up is Jimenez, and that's the 3rd out. So 1-2-3 for both pitchers in the 2nd inning, but the Guardians lead at 2-0. Something just fell on the floor. So now Bibby goes to the mound as he faces Clement, Jimenez, and the top of the order Springer. There's Clement. He doesn't have a batting average so far. Playing third base. 1-2 pitch. And that's lined out to center. Over to his right is Halprin, and that's the first out. So 1 out. Jimenez to bat. 379. Or no, 250 batting average. Ooh, I was impressed by that. But 250, no home runs, no RBIs, 2 stolen bases in the playoffs. Left-handed batter with the first pitch. And that's lined toward the left field line. Over to get it is Kwan, and that will be the second out. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the third. And George Springer will bat. He is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time. Bibby is trying to get a second 1-2-3 inning, and a 1-2 pitch comes his way. And that's popped into the foul line. Oh, it's just foul down the left field line, but Kwan goes and grabs it. And that's the third out. So 1-2-3 in the top of the third, and it's 2-0 Guardians. The ninth batter, Arias, and then Kwan and Halprin will bat to face Gausman. And a 1-ball pitch. And that's lined out to center. Over to his left is Varsho, and that's the first out. So 1 out. Top of the order, Kwan. Flew out to left field his first time. And a 2-1 pitch. That's lined out to left field. It will drop. It will get over the head of Straw, and there goes Kwan into second standing up. And that will be a double. 1-out double for Kwan. And that will bring up Halpin. Doesn't have an R in it. Halpin. And he flew out to left field his first time. So additional run possible here for the Guardians in the bottom of the third as Gausman tries to work out of it. And a 1-1 pitch. And that's lined to center. Over to get it is Varsho, and no advancement for Kwan, and that's 2 outs. So he's 1 out away from getting out of this inning. There's still a runner at second, and Ramirez, who homered his first time, steps into the batter's box. 1-1 pitch. Shaded slightly to the right is the outfield, but it's grounded to second. Jimenez over to Guerrero, and that will take care of the Guardians here in the bottom of the third. So a wasted double leaves him on base, and after 3, it's 2-0 Cleveland. Bibby on the mound faces Bichette, Guerrero, and Kirk. He has given up a hit, and that's it. So that hit came from Bichette in the first inning. So a full count. And he walked him. He's on again. So a walk, that's the first one. But no, that's actually the second one. Man, what? He has 2 walks? Who was the second one? I don't know who the second walk is. He's only faced 10, 11 batters. And he has 2 walks. Unless Bichette walked his first time. Let me see. Let me go back. Sorry about this. Bichette, did he walk? Oh, he did walk. I had a single and he walked. Okay. I thought he hit. I thought he had a base hit. All right, Guerrero struck out his first time. Bichette at first. It doesn't matter which one or which way. He still got on base. And a full count. And there goes Bichette, and that will be lined into left field. Kwan will play it. Here goes Bichette to third. The throw will be late. And Bichette will get to third base with nobody out. So aggressive base running. He was half-heartedly taking off when Guerrero hit the ball, and he manages to get to third base pretty easily. So Bichette at third, Guerrero at first, and Bibby is in a little trouble here. He still leads 2-0, and Kirk steps in. He flew out to center field his first time. So we'll see if there's any action on the base paths here. Get things started for the Blue Jays. And a 1-1 pitch. Runners hold. In comes Halprin. He will make the catch. Here comes Bichette home, and no throw to home, and that will be a sacrifice fly. RBI for Kirk. So 1 out. As Bichette's aggressive base running pays off. Guerrero stays at first base, so now it will be Santander who struck out his first time. So 1 out, and Guerrero at first. And here's the first pitch. And that's a pop on the other side of first. And over to get it is Rocchio, and that's the second out of the inning. And Varsho will bat. He has struck out as well his first time. It's 2 walks for Tanner Bibby and 4 strikeouts so far. Yeah, that's right. They only have 1 hit, so okay, that's right. All right, Varsho. Full count. And walks, and there goes Guerrero to second. So the tying run now at second base with 1 out. So 2 outs. 2 outs, and Miles Straw, who grounded out to third his first time. So tie run at second. And here's a 1-ball pitch. That's grounded to second. Rocchio is up cleanly and throws it to first, and that will be the 3rd out. So 1 run scores, 1 hit, and 1 left. So they cut the lead in half. It's still Cleveland 2 and Toronto 1. So Gausman will bat, and he'll face Manzardo, Rodriguez, and Rocchio, 4, 5, and 6 batters. Manzardo hit a home run in the first inning, right behind Ramirez. And here's a 1-2 pitch. Struck him out on the outside corner, and that was a splitter. So 1 out. 3rd strikeout for Gausman. Hasn't walked anybody, and here's Rodriguez, one of the strikeout victims so far. And the first pitch to Rodriguez. That's lined out to right, moving very little is Springer, and that will be the 2nd out. Oop, I wrote down the wrong position. That was to center field. So 2 outs, and here's Rocchio, who flied out to left his first time. Full count to the switch-hitting second baseman. And strike him out. That ball was inside, and he swung at it, and that strikeout on the fastball. So 3 outs, 1, 2, 3. Gausman gets out of the 4th, and we head to the 5th with the Guardians still leading 2-1. So Clement, Jimenez, and in the top of the order for the Toronto Blue Jays here in the top of the 5th. Clement flew out to center field his first time. Infield, outfield playing normal. And 1 strike. And that's popped high on the right side, and Manzardo will take it. And that's the 1st out. So 1 out. And Jimenez, who flew out to left field his first time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, he got hit by a pitch. So there, as I will say again, is our hit by a pitch. At least 1 per game. And it's happened in the 5th. So 1 out, 1 on. There'll be a pass ball or a wild pitch at some point, I'm sure. So George Springer will bat 0 for 2. Jimenez at first. He can steal bases. He has 2 of them in the playoffs. Holding him on is Manzardo. Full count. He holds. Grounded sharply down the line. Past Ramirez into the corner. Kwan digs it out. Gets the ball back in. And it will be a double, 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. So Jimenez is at 3rd, and Springer's at 2nd, and Bichette stands at the plate. He has walked twice, and he has scored. The infield will play in. It's early in the game, but it's the middle innings. It's probably okay. First pitch. Fly ball right field. Coming in on it is Schneemann. And the throw to home. Nope, it will get cut off. And that will be another sacrifice fly, RBI, to tie this game. So Jimenez will score on the sacrifice fly. And Bichette will stay at 2nd. And now there's 2 outs, and we're tied up here in the top of the 5th. So another sacrifice fly RBI for the Blue Jays in this game. 2nd one. And here's Guerrero with Springer at 2nd base. 1 for 2 is Guerrero. He singled. and he is struck out. Here's a full count pitch to Guerrero. And that's on the inside corner. And it just misses, and that's a walk. So first and second with Kirk batting. He's 0 for 1. Sacrifice fly, RBI, and he is flown out to center field in 2 trips. So Springer at second, Guerrero at first, as Bibby tries to get out of this inning without any further damage. Not ready to pull him yet. We'll see. And here's the first pitch. Ground ball to Ramirez, weakly hit. He will throw it to first, and Manzardo will make the play. So Bibby does get out of it, but they do manage a run to the Blue Jays. They get a run on 1 hit and 2 left. So 4.5 are in the book, and it's Toronto 2 and Cleveland 2. So Gausman has really settled down since the first inning. He's given up just 1 hit since the first inning. It was a double to Kwan, and he got stranded there. So Schneemann, Naylor, and Arraez will bat. And a 2-strike pitch. Oh, well hit to right field, and Springer just looks at it, and it will clear the fence. And Schneemann has hit the 3rd solo home run of the game for the Cleveland Guardians to give them the lead again. That one was hit over 400 feet. Springer barely moved, and Varsho took a look at it, but it made it over the fence, and then he rose back in right center field. And it is 3-2. The Guardians are ahead now. So Gausman has given up his 3rd solo home run in this game, and Bo Naylor will step in with nobody out, and a full count to Naylor. And that's on the inside corner and misses, and that's ball 4. And here's Arraez, who flew out his first time, so he's 0 for 1. Naylor's not going anywhere. In fact, they won't even hold him. So nobody out. First pitch. That's lined to third. Ooh. Okay. Third baseman grabs it, Clement, and that's the first out of the inning. So 1 out. Kwan will bat. He is doubled, and he is flied out. 1 out. Naylor at first, as Gausman tries to get out of this inning without any more damage. Done. 1-1 pitch. That's popped high in the middle of the infield. Out to grab it is the catcher near the pitcher's mound, and that's Kirk, and that's the 2nd out. So no advancement to the base runner, and it will be Halpin, Petey Happen. Batting .333, so 2 outs, and Naylor at first. They won't hold him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Grounded up the middle, base hit. Grabbing it will be Varsho over to third. Here comes the throw. It's late. It's late, aggressive base runner running by Naylor as he ends up at third on the play and the single up the middle. So now there's 2 out with runners at first and third, and here comes Ramirez, a clutch batter for the Guardians. So can he add to this lead? He's already homered back in the first inning. So here's Gausman trying to get out of this inning. First pitch. That's lined to right. Coming in to get it is Springer, and that will be the 3rd out. So Gausman manages to get out of it without any further giving up runs. But there was a run on 2 hits and 2 left. So we are 5 down now, and Cleveland leads it 3-2. So we start looking at the bullpens. Bibby with Santander, Varsho, and Straw. This is an opportunity, maybe. Let's see. 25 batters. He has 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. What's the bullpen look like for Cleveland? It's not too bad. Got Hedges. They've got Allard. Is it really pitcher? We can use him. Well, maybe not. He's a little tired. So, do we go with them or not? Here in the top of the 6th inning. Santander to face Bibby, and then we'll leave him in. Okay. So here we go. Bibby against Santander. He's got him out twice, struck out and popped out to the second baseman. 1 strike pitch to Santander, up 3-2. Ground ball to second base. Rocchio over to his right will make the play, and that's 1 out. So if they can get another inning out of Bibby, that will be very helpful for the Guardians. Varsho has walked and he has struck out in 2 trips. 2-strike pitch. And he struck him out on the inside curveball, and that is 2 outs. And I've got the hiccups, I guess. 4 walks, 5 strikeouts for Bibby through 5 2/3. And here's Straw. He is 0 for 2. Trying to get out of this inning without anything in a 1-2-3 fashion. 2 balls, no strikes to Straw. And that's fly out to left center field. Over to get it is Halpin, and that will be the 3rd out. So Bibby gives them what they need and gets through 6 innings. And the score is Cleveland 3 and Toronto 2. And Gausman will face Manzardo, Rodriguez, and Rocchio here in the bottom of the 6th. He has given up 3 solo home runs that are responsible for the 3 runs that the Guardians have in this game. So Manzardo has hit 1 of those, and he has also struck out. And here's a full count pitch. And he walks him. So a walk. That's Manzardo at first, and here's Rodriguez, who is 0 for 2. He has struck out and flied out to right field. So they will not hold Manzardo at first. And here's Rodriguez. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out on the inside with a slider, and that's the 1st out. 2nd time Rodriguez has struck out, and here's Rocchio. They do have 2 left-handed batters coming up, so should Rocchio get on, they're tempted, I would suppose, to go get someone out of the bullpen. So 1 out, and Manzardo at first. They will not hold him. They're playing the bunt, or at least the infield, or the corners are in, even with the bag. First pitch. There is no bunt. It's lined out into left field, and that will be a base hit. So Rocchio gets a base hit and puts runners at first and second base, and that might be it for Gausman in this game. And it is. Gausman is done, as the Blue Jays will go to the bullpen. 24 batters and 5 1/3 for Gausman. And Toronto will go to the bullpen with Schneemann coming up. And they will go to the bullpen and get Eric Lauer. So Eric Lauer will come into pitch here in the bottom of the 6th as they try to hold the Guardians to 3 runs. Left-hander. Toronto on my spreadsheet. Where are you? There he is. Okay, 15. So he's a sort of middle reliever, so he can go more than 1 inning. And Schneemann will bat. He has homered in 2 trips. So 2 on and 1 out. Infield corners are in. I'm only going to play. I'm going to play double play depth. All right, double play depth. Here's Schneemann to face Lauer. 2 strikes. Struck him out. That's exactly why Lauer was put in this game. So a strikeout on a fastball, and that makes it 2 outs. So Naylor steps in, and he will. Let's see, will he bat? They could go with Hedges instead of Naylor. Let's look. Hedges, let's see. Hedges. Ken Hedges. They're going to bring in Hedges to pinch hit for Naylor. So Austin Hedges, he'll eventually replace him as catcher. So there's 2 outs, playing the percentages here as Lauer comes in, the left-hander. So 2 outs. And here we go. Manzardo at second, Rocchio at first. And the first pitch. Little nubber to the pitcher. Lauer picks it up, and he's late throwing it to the first baseman. He had trouble with it, and that is a base hit. It puts the bases loaded. I didn't know a catcher had so much speed. So Hedges beats out the play as Naylor has a little bit of trouble fielding it and getting it over to first base. Not that strong of a throw, it looked like. So Lauer has made his own mess here. And 2 outs. They did not charge an error. So the bases are loaded, and Arraez 0 for 2 will step in. So Lauer has to get out of this on his own. He has to face 3 batters, so he has to pitch to Arraez. 2-strike pitch struck him out. Struck him out on a curveball, so he managed to get out of the inning without any runs given up. And 6 innings are complete, so Lauer does the job, although the tough way. Could have made life easier on himself, but that's a different story. And we go to the top of the 7th, 3-2 Cleveland. And Bibby will be done, as they will go to the bullpen. Oh, wait a minute, we gotta change the defenses here. I don't like advertisements coming up on my screen either. But oh well, let's see here. Who are we going to go with? They are facing Clement, Jimenez, and Springer. So we want to go with we're in the 7th, right? We're going to go with Hunter Gaddis. Hunter Gaddis will be the pitcher. So Bibby will end up with 6 innings pitched. He will face 25 batters. And Gaddis will come in. Let's see what his statistics are. He's probably a 4-1, but we'll check him anyway. Yep, he is. 4 batters, 1 inning. Typical reliever. And it will be Clement, Jimenez, and Springer to face Hunter Gaddis. So Bibby did his job. Manages to get to the 7th inning with a lead. And a 1-strike pitch from Gaddis. 0 for 2. And that's a ground ball for Clement, and the throw to first, and that will be the first out. So 0 for 3 now is Clement, and that will be the first out as Arraez takes care of that. 1 down, and here's Jimenez batting left-handed. He got hit by a pitch and scored a run and flew out to left field. He's 0 for 1. 2-2 pitch from Gaddis. Struck him out. Cleveland is relying on the bullpen. Fastball struck him out. So 2 outs. In the top of the order is Springer. He has doubled in 3 trips. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. Retires the side. And we are in the 7th inning stretch. 3-2 Cleveland. I don't hear it. For some reason, I don't hear him playing it, but they're supposed to be singing it. Oh well, we move on to the bottom of the 7th and the top of the order. Kwan, Halpin, and Ramirez, as Lauer will stay in the game, the left-hander. Trying to hold things down here. 1 for 3 is Kwan. He has a double. 2 strikes. Grounded up the middle. Oh, Bichette makes a great play, throws it over to Guerrero, and that's the first out. So a good play by Bichette as he goes to his left with a strong throw to first, and that's the first out. And here's Halpin. 1 for 3 against the left-hander. Do they want to make a change? No, they'll keep him in. Or is he's how good is he on defense? Let's look. Where is he? He's not that good. Let's see. What's Martinez? He's not even as good. Okay. Kafis, what's he play? No. All right, they're going to... Noel, I know he doesn't play center field. Ooh. Okay. So, Halpin will bat. He is 1 for 3. 1-2 pitch from Lauer. Struck him out on the curveball, and that's the second out. Third strikeout for Lauer in his relief appearance, and Ramirez will switch over to the other side and bat right-handed. He is 1 for 3 with a solo home run. 1-2 pitch to Ramirez. Oh, he got hit. Too far inside. Second hit batsman of this game, 1 apiece for each team. And that puts Ramirez at first with Manzardo to bat. And the left-handing batting first baseman has homered and walked and struck out. So there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Ramirez is at first. Lauer will try to hold him, see if there's any action with Ramirez. 2-2 pitch, he holds. Strike 3, tried to hold, but the pitch was over the plate, and that will be the final out. So, no runs, no hits, and 1 left. We have completed 7 here at Progressive Field. Cleveland leads it 3-2. And Gaddis will give way as the Guardians have their bullpen set. And Gaddis faced 3 batters. Pitched 1 inning. And now they will go to the next person in the bullpen, which is Jacob Junis. Junis will come in to pitch. Right. Junis, right-hander. And he is a 1-5 or 5-1. Okay, so Junis will come in to pitch, and he will face Bichette, Guerrero, and Kirk here in the top of the 8th. Junis is 1-0, 4.15 and 4.15 ERA and 4.1 innings pitched so far in the playoffs. So here's Junis to face Bichette, who is, well, he doesn't really have anything. He's walked twice and had a sacrifice fly, so he has not had an official at bat. So here's Junis. 0-2 pitch. Outfield playing deep. And that's popped on the right side. Coming in on it is Rocchio, and that will be the first out. And here's Guerrero. Guerrero 1 for 2 with a walk, as the Blue Jays trail by a run. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield deep again. And that's a little nubber to the mound on the right side. Junis picks it up and really fires it to first. And Manzardo had to make a tough play on it, but the out is recorded, and that's 2 outs. Unlike Lauer, who seemed to not get the ball over to first base, and it was an infield single, but I don't think it hurt. It didn't hurt him. So now it's 2 outs. Junis has made the play, and Kirk will bat. He is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly, RBI. Outfield deep, infield with the corners at hugging the line, third and first. And the first pitch from Junis. Oh, that's well hit. Oh, it's on a line. It's caught by Halpin in left center field. Halpin makes an excellent play to save extra bases. So 1-2-3 for Junis. And the bottom of the 8th is coming for the Guardians. They lead it 3-2. And Lauer is done for the game, and they will go to the bullpen. So Lauer is done. He faced 7 batters and pitched an inning and 2/3. And the pitcher is going to be for the Blue Jays. Let's see who we're going to bring in. Dominguez is one of their better ones. Hoffman. He's pretty good. They're going to bring in Yasevich. So Yasevich will come in to pitch. Yasevich is a right-hander. Let's see what his statistics are here. And that's 21 and 5. All right. So Yasevich to come in to face Rodriguez, Rocchio, and Schneemann here in the bottom of the 8th. Cleveland would love to add an insurance run or two. 2 runs, 2 hits for Toronto, and 3 runs, 7 hits for Cleveland. And here's a 2-1 pitch to Rodriguez with the outfield and infield playing normal. 0 for 3 is Rodriguez. Ground ball to short. Routine play for Bichette. That's the first out. So 1 out. Rocchio bats. He's 1 for 3. Switch hitter. Batting on the left side. Here's Yasevich. 1 strike pitch. That's lined into left center field. That will go to the wall. Retrieving it is Varsho. And Rocchio will end up at second with a double. So, an insurance run is at second with Schneemann coming up. And he has homered, struck out twice in 3 trips, so he's 1 for 3. So an insurance run at second with Rocchio. He might score on a single. And the first pitch to Schneemann. Oh, what was that? Oh, he walked. Okay, intentional walk. Thought it was a balk, but it was an intentional walk. So first and second to set up the double play. And Hedges will bat. Okay, here we go. Hedges to bat. And he is 1 for 1 so far. All right. Corners are in. I doubt if Hedges bunts, but there's only 1 out. We'll see. Computer does some strange things. I probably would not. 1 ball pitch. He does not bunt. He does pop it on the left side, and over to get it behind third base is Bichette, and that's 2 outs. So Reyes has a chance here to add to the 3-2 lead. So we'll see if he can do that. He is 0 for 3 in this game. So Yasevich trying to get out of this bottom of the 8th. And a 2-strike pitch. Runners on first and second, and that will be a strike 3. Check swing, and Yasevich does get out of it. So we go to the top of the 9th. The last at bat potentially for Toronto here in Game 5. And the Blue Jays trail 3-2. And the bullpen will be given another opportunity. And they'll go with Cade Smith, the closer, for the Cleveland Guardians. So Cade Smith looks to come in and shut the door. As Junis faced 3 batters. Right-hander. And Smith is probably a 4-1 also. Let's see. From my spreadsheet, yes he is. So he's a 4-1. 4 batters, 1 inning. For fatigue purposes, it's handy to know these things, so I know, could they be tired? I don't want like Cade Smith to pitch to 20 batters when he gets tired at 4. So, all right, Santander, Varsho, and Straw will bat. And Santander is 0 for 3. The outfield is playing deep to prevent extra bases. The infield is shifted slightly to the right. 0 for 3 is Santander, and here comes Smith with a 2-2 pitch. 3 outs is all the Guardians need. And he struck him out looking on a slider, and that's the first out. And here's Varsho. 0 for 2, he has walked. So, 1 for 2, 0 for 2, and a walk. Varsho to face Smith. 2 strikes. Outfield playing quite deep. Struck him out. 2 outs. A slider got him also. Down to the last out as Straw steps in. Let's see if there's any pinch hitter. Straw is 0 for 3. Let's see what they got on the bench. They've got Schneider, who's a right-handed batter. Has hit 11 home runs in the season. Ooh, he's hit 21. They're going to pinch hit. So Barger probably, will pinch hit for Straw here in the top of the 9th. So the left-handed batter coming in, pinch hit. With 2 outs, he's hit 21 home runs during the season. He has none so far in the playoffs, batting 125. So see if Chad Smith can close the door, send the series back to Toronto with Cleveland up in the series. And a 1-ball, no strike pitch. Tense moment, ground ball to first, and there's Manzardo. He will take it, and the Cleveland Guardians will celebrate in front of their home fans in a victory in Game 5, where they beat the Toronto Blue Jays 3-2. 3 solo home runs is what it took. And that is it for this game, as the Guardians will be sent to Toronto for Game 6 with a 3-2 series lead. The winning pitcher is Bibby. Save will go to Smith. And the loss goes to, I believe, Gosman, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So the loss will go to Gosman. So we will go to the recap of an exciting Game 5. And the series is now in Cleveland's hands, going to Toronto. So we go to the wrap-up here. And the player of the game is Tanner Beebe, who pitched well, giving up just 2 runs and not many hits. Blue Jays only got 2 hits, and I think Bibby was the one that gave up both hits, because the bullpen shut down 9 in a row. Gaddis, Junis, and Smith in the last 3 innings faced 9 batters. So the bullpen did their job. Bibby did his job. And the Guardians will go to Toronto up 3-2. That will be the 2nd win of the playoffs for Bibby, and the 6th save for Smith, taking over for Clase. And Gosman is 0-2 now with the loss in the playoffs. So they have their backs to the wall here for Toronto, but they are going home to play Game 6 and try to get to a Game 7. So let's go to, let's see, Bibby, player of the game. I already wrote that down. And a little over 3 hours, fake time. And 44,000 people, most of them Cleveland Guardian fans, I'm sure, are pretty happy to send them off for Game 6. So let's look at the highlights for batters. See if we see anything. Springer and Guerrero are the only 2 hits they had. They had 2 sacrifice flies for RBIs, one from Bichette, the other one from Kirk. Meanwhile, the Guardians, 2 hits for Rocchio, solo home runs for Ramirez, Manzardo, and they were back-to-back in the 1st inning. Schneemann hit the game-leading home run, and that was in the 5th inning, and that was a solo home run. Otherwise, Hedges had a hit, pinch hitting, and Halpin and Kwan had hits also. So, timely hitting and some power for the Guardians will get them into Game 6 with a series lead of 3-2. So we will leave this game. Heck of a game. And Cleveland moves on. Let's see if they can do it and go into the World Series. There's still a chance for an All-Ohio World Series, but the Cincinnati Reds have got to they have got to do something and win Game 6 to make it Game 7. So they trail the series 3-2, and that will be the October 2025 game, which is technically tomorrow in this series of games. And that will be a night game out in San Diego. And it probably will be these pitchers. I will have to look. I think it is Cease. I'm not sure about Cincinnati. I think they pitched Singer last. So it probably is Abbott that's going to pitch and try to get them into Game 7. So that will be the next game in this whole adventure that we're on. And it's been a pretty good adventure, but it's taking a while to get through all these games. So eventually we will get to the World Series and see who is playing in the World Series. So whether it will be Toronto that makes it to the World Series like in real time, in real life, well, they're down 3-2 now, so they're going to have to work at it. And on the National League side, well, the Dodgers are nowhere to be found because the Reds took them out in the first round. So it should be exciting going forward. And let's see, save the game. I'm not going to hit continue today or whatever. Finish today. I'm not going to hit it. I will wait and hit it later, just so I don't make a mistake. So we will leave the game, and that will be it for this broadcast, as the Cleveland Guardians win Game 5, 3-2. And Game 6 will be 2 days in game time after it'll be the 21st of October. So the next game in this whole adventure will be the National League Championship Series, and that will be Game 6 in San Diego. So until next time, I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to doing this again in the not so distant future. So we'll see what happens. So good night, everyone.